What do you want? You want to be in the video? Come here. There he is. There's goodness. All right, go. Go on. Where's your ball? I gotta do a review, bud. Go. Go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review. All joking aside, guys, I'm very excited to come back to YouTube doing reviews, not just gaming videos on my ass, on a chair, but actually talking about tech. I am ecstatic for the future of technology, and I would like to show you guys what I think and my own perspective of things, okay? Today we're going to be looking at the iPhone 12 mini, how I think it is a Frankenstein of the iPhone XS and the iPhone SE combined. Sort of iPhone SE Pro. So let's have a look at the iPhone 12 mini and what it offers. And first off, for the design, it's really reminiscent of the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5 days with its square and rounded edges. It's very similar to the 4 and the 5, yet they bring in the new size aspect ratios of the new generations and iPhone SE as well. Same size, very similar, even smaller, but still packs in 0.7 more inches, which is great, and is because of the home button, and well, the bezels are a lot better on this phone than the SE is. Not only that, but it packs in a punch when it's on. Okay, it looks beautiful. The 12 mini is better than the XS in pixels per inch and contrast ratio, 2 million to 1 contrast ratio, and 476 ppi versus 458 on the iPhone XS, and that is huge advantage on a smaller screen too, where it's less noticeable seeing those little pixels on your screen. The smaller the screen, higher pixels per inch, you're not seeing anything diddly squat unless you're zooming in real close. And the iPhone SE, the iPhone 11, and the iPhone XR, they have contrast ratio of 1400 to 1. Terrible contrast ratio. Let's look at the camera setups on all three phones. We're pretty much going to throw out the iPhone SE though, because it only has one camera, a normal wide 1.8 aperture camera. It's a good camera for normal lighting, but other than that, it's just found footage. Okay, you're not going to be doing much with that. These phones, on the other hand, have a bit more pro to them. This one has a fisheye wide on it, giving you more perspective. The XS, on the other hand, has a 2x zoom, which gets you more natural and more details in a zoom rather than this 2x digital all the way up to 5. This one goes all the way up to 10. So that's a big advantage if you're a, I don't know, photographer for birds, I guess. But at the same time, let's be real here, you're not going to be taking pictures of birds 50 feet away or anything like that. It's still going to be blurry digital mess. Okay, the 12 mini is worse in terms of digital. You do see it a lot. Some pictures, I don't know, they don't seem as natural as you zoom in, and even the perspective, sometimes it gets blown out. But when it's right, and it's done right, the iPhone 12 mini does come out. You can see the detail, even more detail with the perspective, and I personally don't really use that digital zoom as much, especially not a 10x zoom anyways. You're still going to be getting 4K on both cameras, great slow-mo, time-lapse, and whatnot, except one thing the XS doesn't have is Deep Fusion and night mode. Deep Fusion is more software that Apple just throws on in there for quick focus on anything. It really does work, and you do see it in action, even not your face, but things you're having focus. It will focus on it, which is great. Things that you wouldn't even think about, like an Apple or another iPhone, for example. That is your main subject, it will know. Night mode is impressive. You take a video with the iPhone 12 mini in the dark, compare it to the XS, and it's night and day, literally, okay? It feels like the 12 mini is shooting in the morning and the sun is coming up, but it's not quite there, but you can still see everything. it looks just like that at dead of night, no lighting, barely any lighting, no lighting at all. It's fantastic, and the motion is great too. I'll have this footage in front of you guys. It's my dogs running around, but you can clearly see them in the dark running around, and it looks good. It looks really good in the dark. Pictures are good too. Perspective wise, if you're using the fisheye lens, it's not great. Just keep it at that normal wide aperture, not the fisheye one. But yeah, I'd say all around, if you're looking for an all around camera, this is a good phone camera here. The XS is good as well, don't get me wrong. I'd say they're both equal limits, but I'd say the positives and the features that the 12 mini have just outweigh it. Because this one only has the zoom to its advantage and maybe a little crispier details in certain pictures. I don't know. It also feels like it's blown out in the in warmer colors. It brings out warmer colors. It makes snow look warmer too, in my opinion. Now, the iPhone 12 also offers 5G. That's new. It's just 5G, guys. Let's be honest here. It's not everywhere. I don't get it here, so I'm not going to talk about it. But in Ottawa, actually, it's going to be pretty big. I live about 30 minutes out of Ottawa, and I actually do get it once in a while because I do work downtown. It's okay. I do get to load a lot faster, but when I switch off from 5G to 4G, I do notice a slight difference. Though when I do that drop off, I go from full bars to half bars, and that's probably why. Anyways, so with the basic specs out of the way, let's talk about the phones. And of course, the iPhone 12 mini is a wonderful phone. We've already talked about the design, the camera, the display. How does it all work? It's an iPhone 12 at the end of the day, okay? Haven't really changed much into it other than the display being a bit more durable. Another Gorilla Glass mock ceramic display, that's what they call it. But it is what it is. And the CPU, yes, it's an A14 chip versus the A12. And the iPhone SE has an A13, which that means the iPhone SE still holds against the iPhone 12 here. But I still think, in terms of upgrading, if you're in the iPhone 12 or sorry, the iPhone XS or the iPhone SE, and you either want to upgrade from the SE, you might want to look at this for everything. I mean, it's the pro version of it. If you want to keep that size, go for this one. If you want to downgrade or upgrade from the XS and you want a smaller screen, similar camera, better screen, go with this one. Even it's 0.4 inches smaller, it's still a good phone to get. Now, the whole pro aspect of it. I was a little disappointed this year that Apple didn't release 120 hertz on their Pro line phones. But that's okay. Next year is a new year, and I think next year they could probably do it. 2 years with this body design, they should be able to get it down pat. Pray. Anyways, guys, leave a like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Oh, wow. I actually got through a video. Let's see if we can get another one. Peace.